this came up higher. Silence for one moment as you heard Cole go, "That ain't no deer!" And from that moment, sheer pandemonium as them two guys ran right through the brush, up the mountain, yelling and screaming. And we're back at the fire thinking, what is their problem? And they turned and came running down the mountain towards the fire. And I'm going, what is wrong with you guys? And Mike comes running up to me. Tears are falling out of his face. And it's real! It's real! There's a monster out there! And with all the coolness and calmness of adulthood that knows there is no such thing as monsters, I said, oh, there's no such thing as monsters out there. And Cole ran up and said, no, it's real. And at that moment, I changed and I went dead serious. And I said, we can't take no chances. All of you, get together. There's strength in numbers. And I jumped up on the truck and I took the spotlight and I shined it that way and I shined it back that way. And Dane stuck his head through the willows on the first pass and I passed it. Then I came back and it was gone. And Brock turned up at me and went, Dad, I know what you mean. I think I saw it, but I don't think I saw it. Now, I'm trying to hold this whole thing together, and I'm about losing it, but I got to stay serious. And they didn't know that I had the pistol with the 3 blank shells in it on top of the truck. And I shined the light back across, and there was Danger's ugly head one more time. And I just went, boom, boom, boom. And the sound of the gun going off made everybody's nerves shatter. Whoa. Because now I'm shooting at a monster. And I'm yelling, I think I got it. And I jumped down and I says, let's go get it. Well, nobody was going to be left in camp, even though nobody wanted to go chase monsters in the dark, but nobody was going to be left in camp. Everybody, we took off like a little soccer team of 5-year-olds, chasing the ball, all stuck to one another. And we're running to get the monster. Now, Dange was supposed to get up and run up the mountain. For some reason, slow Dange didn't get up the mountain. So as we go running, like with all the kids, and a flashlight and a gun, there goes the monster in front of us. And he's running down through the sagebrush, and he is running for his life. And the moon is shining on it, and we can see this big body. There he goes, and we're all after him. The monster fell in a willow bush. And we went running up and we circled it. And I said, I think he's dead. And everybody, with adrenaline up to here. And I said, I think he's dead. And I went walking in. And Brock said, Dad, be careful. He's dead. And the monster came alive, grabbed my foot, threw me to the ground, and jumped on me. And here was one of the greatest hunters and woodsmen being devoured by a booger man monster right there in front of their eyes. Now that would scare me. And that scared them. And Brock even said he could hear bones breaking. And I'm yelling, "Ah!" Well, you know he screamed for so long if you got Dange on the top of you because his mask falls off and he's got mud caked all over his face. And I'm thinking, what is wrong with you? We didn't plan that. But by then, him and I are laughing so hard that then the calmness and reality started to set in amongst all this circle of hunters. Why is the monster laughing? And why is Dad, who's supposed to be dead, laughing? And slowly the reality that they had been spoofed came over them. And nobody moved. And nobody could say something. Except, finally, Mike turned to Brock and said, "Wait a minute. When he asked you if you remembered that big buck being gone in the morning, half of it being gone, and you said, 'Yeah, I remember.'" And Brock went, "Well, I thought I remembered that." Now, the rest of the night was nobody could go to sleep. We worked our way back to the campfire and we talked the story out. And now here is the rest of the story. Because the monster had his own little version of fright himself. Because in this planned spook scare to scare the kids, the monster had given me 3 blank shells. And when I started shooting 1, number 2, number 3, Dange the monster was laughing so hard that he said he fell down in the bushes and couldn't get up because he was laughing so hard he was going to pee his pants. But then behind him in the willows, running up through the willows, number 4 gunshot, number 5 gunshot, number 6 gunshot. And Dange is up running for his life because now somebody is really hunting the monster. I only left 3 blank bullets in camp, and he is running. So when we seen the monster and he was running, he was really running for his life. He didn't know that that was just Uncle Brett, who also thought, well, I'm going to fire some gunshots in this fake story. But Dange didn't know he was going to shoot. It took the rest of the night for everybody to calm down, and I don't think anybody went to bed. So, we believe that the Bigfoot karma spirits came back the very next year to visit Dange. And that's why I believe in Bigfoot. Now, whenever I tell that story, my dogs get scared.
I got one. He's just over here quivering.
Okay. And the horses, they get scared too.
Did they perk up their ears?
Yeah.